Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of The Gift of Giving. For those of you who are tuned in for the first time, this program features representatives from non-profits, 501c3s and foundations based here in the state of Nevada. These are the people who are giving back to our community and making our world a better and brighter place. Today's guests are no exception. I'd like to welcome to the program Tina Shin, you're the Community Liaison for Assisting Lives in Las Vegas, and Diana Anderson, you're a past president. Welcome both of you to our program.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes. Thank you for taking time out to be with us. So let's start up. Tina, can you give us a brief overview of the organization, the mission, and when it was founded?
Yes, we were founded back in 1976. 50 years ago.
Wow.
And there was a little, very tiny group of influential ladies in the Las Vegas community who decided they wanted to give back to the community that they live in. And so they formed an organization and began trying to find a way to help the community. And so they actually decided to start a thrift store. And they called it a Second Time Boutique, I believe. And it was started to raise money so that they could start a program that they thought would benefit the community by helping children find new school clothes. They realized, or came to realize, that the some children didn't have clothing or new clothing or adequate clothing to be able to actually even attend school. And so they thought it was important and would build their confidence of the children and give them a way to help in their studies by providing them with new clothing. So they opened the thrift shop and started getting donations. Then in 1989, I believe it was, they realized they needed a real facility, and the J.W. Reynolds Foundation was offering a grant program. And so this little tiny group of ladies were able to raise $1.6 million of matching funds to qualify for the J.W. Reynolds grant. And we were awarded that amount of money and enough money to be able to build the facility that we actually currently occupy at 6446 West Charleston. And this facility has served us well for 25 years now, and we've been really privileged to have access to this. It houses our thrift shop as well as conference facilities. Our school boutique is actually a separate part of the building. I say conference rooms and all of our thrift shop activities. And so we're very pleased to be able to have this for our work.
Wow.
We have the organization has evolved so that we now have 350 very active men and women volunteers, volunteers. And we last year put in more than 65,000 volunteer hours, and we're very pleased to have been able to do that. And all of those hours directly go out to benefit our community through the many 13 programs that we sponsor.
Wow, what amazing. And it's amazing because when they started out 50 years ago, Las Vegas wasn't the size that it is now.
No,
and
very
you
true.
look at how it's grown, and I'm assuming that you mentioned it was for children's programs, but now you've expanded. It's not just children's programs.
Many other programs.
So
right.
We're going to talk about your programs later. I'd like to ask you, let's ask you, Diana. You were past president. Now, what made you get involved in this organization, and how long were you president for? And are you still active?
I am very active still, yes. So thank you. I actually originally joined in Michigan. the state of Michigan when I lived there for a very short time, and didn't get near as involved there as I have here. And when I came to Las Vegas, I asked if I could come to a meeting and find out more about what the organization was doing here in the community. And everything they were doing seemed of interest to me, and I was so pleased to be part of a volunteer organization where I could become a member and participate to the extent that I could.
Wow. And how long were you president?
I was president for 1 year.
1 year.
Our service is for 1 year,
Oh, okay.
and then someone else takes over.
Okay.
And so my theme that year actually happened to be members make the mission happen, because I really feel that, yes, we have a mission, but without our members, we would
Sure.
literally be nothing. So the members are really, to me, a very key part of the organization.
And that's an amazing number of volunteers that you have, members. That's an incredible amount of solid volunteers that you can rely on, depend on, and to keep everything turning round.
I liked also the opportunity that it actually served the community, the local community, and all the money stayed right here in our community to serve adults and children.
Yes.
Mhm.
And that's what we focus on, to those that are helping the people in our community, well, certainly in the state of Nevada. You alluded to your school boutique and the thrift shop. So I'd like to talk a little bit about both of those right now. So Tina, let's start with you. Maybe you could shed some light on the thrift shop.
Yes, we have an absolutely fantastic thrift store. The shop operates right at our facility, 6446 West Charleston, on Rainbow on Charleston between Rainbow and Torrey Pines. Everyone's passed it a million times, but
yes.
we'd like them to know they can stop in. The store honestly looks more like a department store than a thrift shop. We're very proud of the fact of the quality of our merchandise. All of the merchandise is donated through our community, our community donations. We sort them and, as I say, make sure that they meet our expectations before putting them out in the shop. We have everything, we like to say, from St. John knits, which I happen to be wearing from the thrift shop, and Diana has her outfit on from the thrift shop, so you can see the quality of our merchandise.
Yes.
And we have everything from the designer clothes down to the toaster ovens and all of the rest of it. So we also want to make sure that people know 100% of the proceeds from the thrift store go to support our programs. We have no paid staff. Everyone who works there and keeps the shop running is doing it on a volunteer basis. So we think that's pretty unique in not only our community, but probably the larger community.
Yes, it's amazing. That is amazing. We're known as Sin City, and you've got all these people giving back.
That's right.
It's incredible. And Diana, why don't you share a little bit about your school boutique? How does that work?
So our school boutique was started in 1979, as Tina alluded to, that these women who began the organization felt like there was a need in the community for children to be dressed well and have nice clothes that would certainly help them improve their confidence and their self-worth so they could strive to do a better job. So we have been almost 50 years with that program as well. So we're quite proud of that. We serve around 5,000 students every year on average. And what happens is the Clark County School District counselors decide what students need to come to the program. And so they bring them on buses, about anywhere from 30 to maybe 50 kids in a morning. And they get off the bus and they come in and they are matched with a member who takes them around and shops with them. Nice. And they're allowed to pick out a week's worth of clothing where we have here an example of.
I can help you.
Yeah, thank you. T-shirt, pants, underpanties, socks, shoes, even, and then a jacket, a hoodie. something to keep them warm. A lot of the peripheral things such as mittens or gloves, hats, blanket, hygiene products. So it's really for the children, like walking into a Walmart, as Tina alluded to earlier, and getting to pick out some of them their own brand new clothes for the first time.
A toothbrush of their own for the very first time is very heartwarming when we hear it from the children.
And very humbling.
We had a young man who said to the member volunteer one day, "Is this my toothbrush?" And she said, "Oh, yes." And he said, "Then I don't have to share it with my brother."
Oh, wow.
So there's very heartwarming stories like that. So now we give more than one toothbrush. Another one I think that's important to say is there's a young man that is now a very successful Starbucks manager in the community. And he was in our school boutique child when he was young. And he has never forgotten that. And so he brings his employees, some of them in, 4 times a year, and they help wherever the need is, and so they get back to their community.
That's nice. Very nice to know that it goes beyond its 5 degrees of separation, isn't it? You know, it spreads the word. Hold that positive thought. Folks, please stay with us. We're going to take a brief sponsorship break. We'll be right back.
Tariffs, pandemics, rising inflation. The Joshua Dowden team is ready when volatility happens. Markets fluctuate for reasons nobody can control. Don't let the headlines drive your financial plan. The Joshua Dowden team at Priority Wealth Partners has served Summerlin retirees for 3 decades. Our 5-tier risk management strategy matches our strategies with your goals, with plans designed for your assets to be there when you need them. Conveniently located at the heart of downtown Summerlin. Call Joshua Dowden today or visit DowdenFinancialServices.com.
Welcome back, everyone, and I'd like to welcome back our guests today, Tina Shin and Dana Anderson. Thank you again for giving up your time today and spending some of it with us. We're going to talk about your programs, but I just have one question on the school boutique. Is that part of the thrift shop, or is that a totally separate?
It's one of our programs. Yes, it's a totally separate
facility
from the thrift shop.
Okay,
Yeah.
but they're both together.
They're both in the same building.
Same building, but
two
okay.
separate
So
areas.
the school boutique's got its own program, and the kids can't walk by the thrift shop and say, "Oh, I want that little bit of."
We don't take them there.
No, yeah,
No,
it's a whole huge room of their own to shop in.
Okay, gotcha. So now let's talk about some of your programs, because you've got a whole slew of them. It's amazing that you can cover all these programs. First one I'd like to talk about is that you have scholarships that you give out, and between last year and this year, it looks like you gave out $86,000 to 40
$86,000
to
in
40
scholarships.
students.
Yes,
So
to help people, to assist and aid in the community being able to continue their education. Yes,
that's cool. And who is there an application form for these?
definitely. Application, and we screen the applicants.
Okay.
Very, very sincere policy and procedure we go through, and we follow these students. So there's a follow-up scholarships or monies available to help them continue.
And do they all get the same amount, or is it
No,
some might get 5,000, some might get
amounts.
1,000?
Varying
Amounts. And do you have a committee that decides?
We have a committee that looks at the need and the qualifications of each applicant, and screens them very thoroughly, and in conjunction with the school system, I might add. We don't do this on our own.
Oh, okay.
We actually
Work with the school district.
And the scholarships can be for 4-year college, 2-year, or even the trade schools.
Okay. So, and if people want to apply, they go to the website, and we'll give out that information later on. But
be able to find it there. Yes.
It's on the website. Perfect. So now let's talk about some of your programs. Who would like to talk about Al's Closet?
I'd be happy to.
Okay, off you go, Diana. Share with us what Al's Closet
What we do is provide them a closet, in essence, where they could keep clothing, brand new clothing, once again, shoes, hoodies, panties, whatever, for immediate need if they have an emergency during the school day. So the counselors let us know what clothing they would like to stock theirs with, and then if the students come to school and it's a cold day and they don't have a jacket, for example, they could provide them that. Or if they have an accident, they have new clothing and shoes and stockings for them and everything.
Wow. So that's a nice little program too. And Hope High. Like
Hope
the sound
High.
of that. Who does Hope High?
I will
That's you.
do that. Hope High is for at-risk students, students who have a need. Some are homeless actually even. And so we provide different products for them, hygiene products. So a lot of this goes out to the junior highs so that they have them there, that the counselors can distribute those types of products and such. And we have a number of schools that provide those types of things.
So a number of schools provide them.
Yes, yeah. Well, we bring the product to them.
Oh, okay.
And then the counselors
All right.
distribute them
Okay,
as
so-
they see need.
Okay. Okay, so if you get an overload of clothes and nowhere to store them, you offload them at the schools. Is that it? Or you,
Well,
you have a,
that is for if those are all new clothes that go to Al's Closet. But with the Hope High, those would be hygiene products, deodorant, shampoos,
okay.
products like that for the students.
And are those donated to you typically?
No,
No.
we purchase those.
Or you
Yeah.
purchase them?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's
All the
from-
clothing is purchased new and all the hygiene products, yes.
Okay. And Layette.
For the hospitals, yes, for prenatal and mothers and expecting mothers, we have a little layette that we furnish them, a little gown with a gown and a cap, and a little teddy bear, and just something for an expectant mother to help with their
Nice.
needs.
They sort of have to earn that, though. They actually have to go through the hospital provides somewhat of an educational program for someone that's going to be a brand new mother.
Oh.
And so they have to earn it, we might say. And
Sure.
then that's what they gift them.
I was going to ask you if there's like a means test that these expectant mothers have to go through.
They don't really have to take a test, but they have a little class for them to attend where they
Okay.
can give them information that is important for new mothers to know.
Okay.
Because when we start out as a new mother, if they're like me, they know nothing.
Okay. But that's to any mothers. It's not like they've got to be low income or anything like that.
No, not
Anybody-
necessarily.
Okay, so anybody that needs it,
Yes.
they go through the class and
Mhm.
helps out. Perfect. And then you've got like new clothing.
So like new clothing, in our thrift shop, we don't sell any children's clothes because there are so many rules and regulations. So oftentimes, as many people know, when you're gifted something, when you have a child, sometimes by the time you think to get on them, it doesn't fit anymore. So we get a lot of brand new clothing for children that is donated to our thrift shop. And since we don't sell, we put that in our like new program. So that clothing is sorted, and then bags of 25 items in each bag are given to, once again, to the elementary schools as a rule. And so that they can distribute them out as need be. Some of them will lay them out on tables and allow people to come and take whatever they would like.
Wow. Boy, you're really covering every aspect, making sure nothing goes to waste, like squeezing everything in the last drop out, isn't it?
Right,
Um,
we try our best.
I like the sound of this one, Operation Bear Hug. So,
Well, this is the bear. And, we have a program where we give these bears, in a quantity of these bears, to police, firemen, first responders, so that they can hand them out to children and adults in crisis situations. And it really, as a comfort in a crisis situation.
wow.
And we've 6,000 bears last year were distributed that way. So we really, it's a program that we kind of have our heart in.
Well, that is a neat program to give out. So you really are reaching out to the community as a whole. You know, it's not just kids, it's not just needy kids.
No,
Right.
correct.
Mothers in hospital, kids in school, first responders with the bears to hand
Right.
out. And now, do you actually take them down to the police stations, or do you,
Yes, we
And
deliver them.
they hand it to the police,
right.
individual police
Right.
officers?
They're wrapped. They come wrapped.
Oh, sure.
You know, in a cellophane thing. So they're all.
What feedback have you gotten from the police officers and the firemen? about
They really
handling that.
appreciate.
They really
it's
do
something they
appreciate it.
really appreciate. I mean,
Yes.
they're being able
Very
to do
positive
that.
feedback.
Yeah.
And obviously you have, now is it the same bear or is it in a variety of bears
No,
that
the
you
same
have?
bear.
It's
Right.
standard bear, and you have them made and you purchase
Yep.
them and purchase
Yep.
in bulk. Wow, there's a lot of keeping track and inventory
Yes.
control and making sure that you don't run out.
Hence so many volunteers that
Yeah,
we
well,
need.
You need them, and yes.
I'll
Yeah.
put it right here.
There you go. You can put it back out there if you want. It's all right. Okay, and then the other program you have is Kids on the Block.
Oh, I love to talk about this one. And I
Okay.
do because we have giant puppets. Okay, they're not little things, they're giant puppets. And we have puppeteers, volunteer puppeteers. And we bring our program into the school district and into the school itself. And it's an amazing thing. And I say that because I've actually sat in on some of these presentations. And, you know, you would think in today's society with social media and everybody on their phone and all the Instagrams that the kids wouldn't care about a puppet. But I'll tell you what, they really get engaged. I mean,
Yes.
they identify, and the puppets talk to them about things like divorce, disabilities, handicaps, and other things that the children encounter in their school life and how to deal with it, bullying. And so we really, the children actually write the puppets thank you letters. We get letters to the puppets. Yes.
Wow.
So
That's nice.
it's a wonderful program. And I think this year, because of some restrictions or whatever, we may actually not be going into the school, but we'll be giving the puppet presentations while the children are waiting to shop for their clothing when they come to our school, when they come to our facility. We have a staging area, if you will, where the children get to games, puzzles, toys, snacks while they're waiting to shop. And now they're going to be able to get a puppet show too.
Oh, nice.
So
Nice. On that positive note, we're going to take another brief sponsorship break. Please stay with us, folks. We're going to be right back.
Introducing Pacific Coast Capital, your partner in finance. We provide financing for your business. Speed, flexibility, and creativity are the foundation of our service. We'll help you navigate through change and opportunities. Our 90-plus years of experience ensures quick turnaround on loan decisions. Ride the wave to prosperity with us. Ready for new funding? Visit our website today at pacificcoastcap.com.
Country roads take me home to the place where I belong, West Virginia, Mountain Mama. Here comes a triple yodel.
Welcome back, everyone. And I'd like to welcome back our guests today from Assisting Lives Las Vegas, Tina Shin and Diana Anderson. And in this section, I'd like to start out by talking about the volunteer programs that you have. You have a couple of programs specifically, and one's the Desert Auxiliary and the other's Volunteens Auxiliary. So let's talk about the Desert Auxiliary first. It's Desert Sage, and it looks like they have two programs, Angels Assistance and Help for Home Scholars. Is that correct?
Yes, they have several actually in addition to that.
Oh, okay.
Desert Sage Auxiliary was started in 2001 by a number of women who saw the need in the community for women who work that wanted to volunteer but could not come in during the day and do the same things that the rest of us were able to do. So they started this auxiliary for geared specifically towards working women. And some of the members today have been around since the very get-go of that. So Help for Hope Scholars is a connection with UNLV students. And many of those are homeless students that we help. So they provide laptops for them. And all of this is worked through the college. So they are provided oftentimes gift certificates to buy food or clothing, any kind of needs that they might have. Shadow Buddies is another program that is still in place. And what Shadow Buddies is, it's a little doll in many different skin colors, hair colors, and they're provided to physicians so that if the child is going to get a procedure, a surgery perhaps, then they can show them on the doll what's going to be done and where they're going to be, maybe have a surgical incision, little things like that, where the needle will go in maybe for the IV perhaps. So it's an educational program, and then the child of course gets to keep the little shadow buddy. Then we have memory boxes, which there are a number of women we've found that lose children at birth or at some point in the pregnancy. And so our members actually make little Leia outfits, the bonnet and the little gown to put the child in after the child has been deceased. And then health kits and blankets are also provided for mothers in need.
Boy, they've got quite a task.
Yeah, they do. They have some
That's-
great programs.
Yes. And these are for women that can't work they can't help out during the day. So this is all outside of their normal work.
Yeah, so it'll
hours.
be, they meet in the evening and sometimes on Saturdays to put
Wow.
together their philanthropic programs.
Boy, that's dedication, isn't it?
Try to cover
And
everything.
it is. Now, what about the volunteers and the Perfect Fit program?
I can talk about volunteers. This
Okay.
is for students between 7th grade and 12th grade, and they have their own program. We have one of our members who chairs that organization, and they do a fantastic job of working with us. Okay, these teenagers come in and actually get school credit for volunteer hours by serving, and we put them to work helping in the thrift shop and working with our school boutique. And they also make jars of cookie dough and that kind of thing that they sell at our different fundraisers. So they make proceeds and donations then for their organization to keep it going. And they what is the program that they do?
Perfect Fit.
The Perfect
Perfect
Fit
Fit,
program
yes.
for the larger size
Mhm.
children and students,
Yes.
and they take them shopping, and so they get clothes for themselves.
They found
Well-
that oftentimes there isn't a lot of clothing out there for larger students.
Yes.
And so that's a help to them and to improve
Yes.
their.
Sure, for sure.
Yeah, very active group.
And you mentioned about how these kids do things for fundraisers, upcoming
Mhm.
fundraisers, which is the nice segue into the next questions, because I want to find out if you have any upcoming fundraisers, and it looks like you have a
Right.
Halloween and Christmas
Oh, yes.
one
We have-
coming up. So
We have our Spooktacular Boutique.
okay, so let's talk about your spooktacular
That will be
boutique.
coming up. It is everything Halloween. We collect donations from the community throughout the year in a separate room, our seasonal room, and our ladies put out there will be tables of not only indoor, outdoor decorations, but costumes. The costumes this year are fantastic. And everything Halloween will be there. Opens on September 27th. And I might then go on to say that the other shop we have coming up is our holiday shop. And this is just one of the most amazing, everything you can think of for the holidays. We'll have a forest of lighted Christmas trees. We will have garlands and wreaths and linens and dinnerware. We have the gigantic Santas and the gigantic angels and all the decorations you could possibly imagine. The quality of the decorations and the items are just amazing to see. And we will not only put them out Sunday, October 19th The doors will open at 11 a.m. and there will be a line down the sidewalk waiting to
Oh
get in.
boy.
This is become such a popular event. People can't wait to get in. And all during the week, we will be putting out brand new merchandise. So
Yes.
there'll be a week's worth of Christmas shopping at our facility. And we're hoping that your viewers can come by and see us.
Oh, I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will. You might want to consider having a Christmas in July in the future if they're already lining up
There,
around the block in October.
that's
I
next
mean,
year.
well, obviously. So, is there anything else you'd like to add about the fundraisers?
Oh,
Fundraisers
totally,
they
I
sound like?
would.
Yes.
Last year, we had our very first annual authors luncheon.
Oh,
And we had 4 authors speak. One of them was Bob Miller, former governor of Nevada, and there were 3 others. So we're having our second one this year, Saturday, March 21st. And it was a outstanding event with, we'll have 4 more authors, 4 different authors, of course. And we open up our foyer and our thrift shop area so that people can shop before. We have, of course, a fundraising auction that they can bid on some spectacular items, anywhere from golf to dinners provided in your home, to dresses, to all kinds of unique gifts and such. So it comes at a great time.
it does. Sounds like you've certainly got some upcoming events that
We
can
have
take
several.
a lot of time
Yes.
and a lot of money too. So how do you get? Does most of your money come from the donations through the thrift shop?
Through the thrift shop, as well as grants. We have a grant committee that goes out in the community looking for grant
Grants.
opportunities, and we've been
Gotcha.
very successful. Our
Mhm.
Olympia Foundation, Ingolstadt.
Ingolstadt
Yes,
Foundation.
right.
Yes.
Those are all
Yes.
contributors, major contributors to our organization. So we're very proud of that. Very
Yes.
grateful.
And do you get a lot of corporate sponsors? Anything from the casinos or
We
businesses
haven't.
here?
Oh, yes, yes.
yeah, well, I'm
MGM
sorry.
is one of them.
I'm sorry.
Through
Of
our
course.
grants and donations team, they
Yes,
look
okay.
for different grants that are being given out, and they reach out in the community and ask. And that's another thing that we'll be doing with the authors luncheon is it's often sponsored by a number of different community people, companies, and also ads we take out at different times throughout the year for our events. So
We're actively looking for sponsors right now for
Yes.
that event.
Oh,
for the
yes.
authors luncheon,
Little,
yes.
a little plug there.
That's what this program's all about. Plug away. So if you're looking for sponsors for the authors event,
Authors Lunch, yes.
any people out there interested in sponsoring the authors event in March of next year, please reach out. They'd love to hear from you.
Love it.
And at that point, would you like to give out your website address and contact information where people can reach out to you for the scholarship application form,
Yes.
the dates of your events, upcoming events,
As you
Authors
pointed
Lunch.
out, we have a pretty dynamic website.
Yes.
And we're proud of that. And so, yes, you may go to our website, ALLV.org. And our thrift shop is located at 6446 West Charleston, as I said, between Rainbow and Torrey Pines. And so the ability to volunteer, to donate is all on our website.
Okay.
We hope you'll check us out.
And do you have a phone number that you would like to share put out there?
And
So
as
does the thrift
community
shop have a-
liaison, please contact me, 702-807-7279.
There you go, folks. If anyone's interested in donating, volunteering, helping out, sponsoring, want to apply for a scholarship, please reach out to these wonderful folks. They're doing an amazing job there. I'd like to thank you both for taking time out and coming on the program this morning. It's been a pleasure having you both. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for all your giving back to the community over the years.
We appreciate it.
And I'd like to thank John Stiles, our show's producer and station owner. Appreciate his support through this. And I'm especially grateful to our sponsors of this program, Priority Wealth Partners, Pacific Coast Capital, the Firelight Barn, my late business partner, Ralph John Champion. You'll hear his message right at the end of this program. And also Friends of the Gift of Giving. They're the anonymous donors who wish to remain that way. but help us keep this program on the air. And I'd certainly like to thank you, the viewers, for tuning in. As I said, please reach out to this organization if you can help. Very, very worthwhile. They are certainly giving back across the board in our community and making our world better and brighter. If you have any questions or comments, please reach out to me, Stephen at thegiftofgiving.vegas. I'd certainly love to hear from you. In the meantime, I hope to see you again soon. Be safe, be kind to one another. Bye for now.
Mr. R.J. Champion is proud to sponsor WWDB-TV's series, The Gift of Giving, and wishes the program much success. Congratulations and gratitude to the featured guests and the organizations they represent. Our community is well served by your tireless efforts to make Nevada a better state for all its residents.